I've seen this film twice now, and both times it's got my heart racing, and I kind of know what happens. So it's a testament to Brad's sort of staging and the writing and the performances that you can get involved in it even if you're in it.
Yeah. I mean, how was Brad to work as a director? Because obviously this is his first live action feature.
Yeah, well, Brad, for a start, Brad's a lovely man anyway. He's incredibly mild-mannered and sweet. But as a director, he's very, very sure of what he wants. He's used to being able to have 100% sort of control over his characters, and he, was very much like that with us. He'd come up and give us tiny notes, and there was always the take that he wanted, which we'd strive to get, and we wouldn't stop until we got what he required for the scene, it's really helpful as an actor to have a director like that. He's also loads of fun. So, and it was exciting to have him on board, because he's such a clever director, and we know his staging is spectacular, from Incredibles, Ratatouille,
yes,
Iron Giant, and we knew that it was going to be a fun process for him to bring that to live action.
And obviously, I think it's a great idea as well for a franchise to kind of go through different directors. Obviously, we had Brian De Palma and John Woo, and then you worked with J.J. Abrams as well.
Yeah.
I mean, how was the difference between working on the two different Mission Impossibles that you worked on?
Well, I suppose, and JJ has a different energy to Brad. I mean, both of them are, sort of delightful men, and who I go to the ends of the earth for. But I was only on Mission Impossible 3 for 2 days, so I didn't really get a feel for JJ's style of direction in that story until I got to Star Trek. So my inclusion in Mission Impossible 3 is pales into insignificance compared to my involvement in this film, which I was on for 7 months. So it's hard to say, but both have their methods, and both are very successful.
And obviously now, as you say, you're on it for a lot longer because Benji's now part of the team.
Yeah.
Guns blazing, shooting people, and you've done a bit of that on Hot Fuzz, obviously. I mean, how did you enjoy the action scenes?
Oh, it was immense fun. It was great to be part of a sort of, to work with the stunt team and do all the training and get in shape. And, I mean, Benji is still the same sort of, IT guy he was in the third one, but he's had an upgrade, very much. He's sort of Benji 2.0. And he's gone through a certain amount of training, which means that he's a different animal now. He's still the same guy, but he's also an IMF agent. So it was fun to play a more advanced version of the character I played before.
When you're doing a big action film like this, I mean, is there much room for you to improvise, throw in your own lines of dialogue in there, or is it by the time you get to shoot, you're sticking pretty much to script as is?
Well, Josh and Andre, who wrote the script, were always very adamant that I bring something of myself to the role, and obviously as Benji's a Brit, the same as me, so there were little kind of colloquialisms that I was able to sort of bring along myself, and which was nice. But they'd written a very fun character, and it was just I was allowed to sprinkle things on top,
And how was Tom to work with?
Brilliant. The great thing about Tom is that he just sets the tone and the bar for the whole production. He's the benchmark, and he doesn't ever give anything but 100%. So you naturally just want to
up your game
and stay with him, and that goes not just for us as the cast members, but also the crew and everyone involved in the film. It's like you don't want to fall behind, and because he'll leave you behind it because he operates at that level, and that's why he's where he is. He's. But he's also a good laugh. A lot of people don't get to see that side of him. He's also silly and funny and an absolute hoot to sort of be on set with day to day. So, it's an interesting process. I'm very fond of him.
And did you get to witness much of him hanging out, dangling on a tower? It's obviously an extraordinary.
I did see it. I did go out there to visit to see it going on, just out of sheer, curiosity. But it was like. It was a silence of concentration up there. There was a team of, 15, 20 stunt guys that were all looking after the harnesses, and Tom was outside just running around having fun. But the hive of sort of concentration up top on the 122nd floor or whatever it was humbling. And
could you ever imagine doing a scene like that?
I'd like to, I guess. I mean, I don't have a problem with heights. I don't know. I think. When people have asked me that before, I've said no, but thinking about it, thinking about how good the stunt team were and how rigorous the safety measures were, I mean, I don't know how I would be in that situation. I don't think I'd be able to handle it with as much aplomb as Tom did, but it would be fun to have a go. Jeremy had to lean out at one point and just said, he said, "F that."
Now, how was Jeremy to work with? Because obviously he was a newcomer into the team.
Yeah, Jeremy's lovely. He's a boy, you know. He's kind of. We had a lot of laughs. He swears a lot. I like that. So me and him and Paula and Tom were constantly, having fun with it all. And when you work that hard on a day-to-day basis, you've got to be able to relax as well. So. We'd hang out and stuff. Me and Jeremy hung out a lot in Dubai, and Paula was not long had her son, so she often, and Julian was with us on the tour, so she would often have to disappear in the evening. So it would just be Tom would be off, with the family. So me and Jeremy would go out, smoke shisha pipes, and hang out on the beach.
I mean, it must be an amazing experience as an actor now that you got to a level where you are flying all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It is. It's quite amazing. Although this press tour, I think, has more venues than the film did. More destinations. There are more countries. It's great. I was lovely to film in Prague and Dubai and Vancouver and LA. And I got a sense I was on a real globe-trotting film. And the film really does encompass the whole world, not least in its cast. We have top actors from France, Russia, India, Sweden, Finland, UK, America, Canada. It's a real mixed bag.
Cool. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.